Hey y'all, checking in from Durham, North Carolina today, and I wanted to have a little fun, of course, and I wanted to have a little serious, of course. Um, I'm sure you guys have been reading about and hearing about people throwing things on stage at the performers lately. So not cool. That's not fun. Um, some forms of music are to be enjoyed from the seating and quiet position. I'm thinking about classical music. The shows we're doing that I'm fortunate to be a part of are designed to be very interactive. I love seeing people have a great time at a show. Um, I'm dating myself here, but those of you that remember the Dave Letterman show, he used to have these top 10 lists of all kind of stuff. It was a lot of fun to see what was going to be on those lists. I have a top 10 list of things you might not want to do at a show. These are not in any particular order, but let's discuss. Okay, first thing, first on the list. And I should say, my disclaimer or claimer, I guess, is that I have personally seen all of these things happen at a show. Okay, you ready? Okay, let's go. First thing, yawning, like without discreetly covering your mouth so it doesn't look like you're yawning. That's a bit of a downer. uh yeah, do I've just seen it several times. Just anyway, okay. I've also seen this one, and the artist actually stopped the show. I'm not going to say who it is, but there was a gentleman sitting in the first row with his fingers in his ears, like it was too loud. Too loud is relative. It was evidently too loud for him, but the artist did stop the show and admonish him. When we can't change the volume uh, for you. So rather than be a distraction and sit up in the very first row with your fingers in your ear, maybe you could find a seat further back. Maybe someone would trade with you. It really, it really happened. Uh, okay, these next two, like for real. You've spent the money to buy the tickets. You've taken yourself and your significant other to a nice dinner. You may have booked a hotel room to stay overnight after the show. And then some people come to the show and talk on their phone during the show, during a song. Or next one, playing a game on your phone during the show. Really? We're up there trying to give you something, and it's like you have better things to do because, again, the show we're doing is interactive. If you want to have a great time at a show, you give it to us. I promise we will give it back to you. If you are in it with us, we're going to get there together and have a great time. But your phone, on your phone, really? Yeah, you might want to do it a little different. Um, okay, I've started this video with this throwing things on stage, including, as Tim McGraw says, soft matter, like panties or any other undergarments. Um, it's cute. It has been funny. It is also a hazard. If you don't see it coming, or if you don't notice it, if your back was turned when it's thrown on stage and you go to walk across the stage the other way, you can trip up on that stuff. I've seen that happen. The artist or a dancer or somebody coming down stage and doesn't see something on stage that's really not supposed to be there. Um, Even flowers. That's such a beautiful gesture, and I keep fresh flowers in my home. So I love fresh flowers. Um, the better thing to do is to hand them to whomever you want to have them. Throwing anything on stage, it's become a thing now. Like hard stuff, people throwing their phone, or I just don't get it. So you might want to reconsider that. You can find an usher and see, or if you see someone with the backstage pass on, you can ask them, can you take this bouquet to whomever it is you came to see? I'm sure they would appreciate it. It's such a lovely thing uh, to do. And the gesture is so generous. and you want it to be appreciated. And I get the excitement, but it could be a hazard on stage. That's all I'm saying. It could be, but what a beautiful gesture. Uh, okay, another thing with the phone. Most phones, I would almost say all phones, but I'm not a phone expert. But most phones, the flash on your phone is not strong enough to make any difference. Um, if you're more than a few feet away. So uh, I would suggest that you turn your flash off. The stage is lit, and there's a professional lighting director there that is making sure things are lit, and it will look great on your phone without that light shining. One particular artist I worked with had an eye condition, and those people filming or just taking pictures and that flash just staying on constantly, it was a health issue for her eyes. Um, so not every artist has that issue, but I'm just saying, most venues now don't have a problem with people filming or taking pictures. It's the flash, and it's just again, it's another distraction on stage, uh, sometimes. So you might want to reconsider. Okay, this one just happened last night. This thing about having a conversation with the artist from your seat, whether or not you're down front. Last night, this person was not down front and they were just yelling, trying to have a conversation with the artist during the show. Yeah, that's a distraction to everyone. So my earbuds are trying to fall out. That's a distraction to everyone. The artist works so hard to sequence the songs in the show in a particular order, and to have their time with the audience to for some back and forth. But it can be a distraction to the audience, to the other people in the house. And so you want to be considerate, and we can all have a good time together. Because that's the whole point again. To come and be in your happy place for a couple hours. Everybody's going through something that's not optimal. So when you treat yourself to a night out, um, it means something to us. And we want to come out and make everybody happy and make sure everybody has a good time. So you might want to consider emailing or sending a note backstage, but to just start yelling stuff out, and not just one thing, several, like to keep trying to have a real conversation from your seat in a venue with hundreds or thousands of people, you might want to reconsider. What is next on my list? Oh, this has happened to me when I've been a spectator, an audience member at a show. Someone sitting next to me that I don't know that just wants to talk and talk and talk during the show. I really want to get into what the performers are giving and enjoy that, enjoy the light show, enjoy the video show. And for me, I don't like to sit on the floor or down front. I like to sit um, on one of the sides, a little raised up, because I like to see the shoes. Yes, it's true. I like to see what your footwear is giving me. so, uh, so, yeah, saying hello or wasn't that a great song or what have you, that's cool, but I don't want to talk during the whole show. I want to enjoy the show and see and hear the show. Maybe that's just me. What about you? Okay, and this next one is interesting one. Like I said before, the artist works so hard to program this show in a particular order. And I understand people have their lives and they want to get back to their lives. But you really do miss something if you leave before the encore. That might be the song you really, really came to hear, and you want to get out so you're not in the line for parking, and or you got a babysitter. I get all of that. If you got to do it, you got to do it. But you might miss your favorite song. So just be aware that the encore could be very special, and sometimes, uh, you might get more than one song. So just consider um, hanging out till the bitter end. Okay, now for the fun. Again, the show is about interaction and having a good time, right? So we love to see the audience singing along. And on this particular tour with Lyle, I mean, his audiences, they sing along on the slow songs. I mean, they are really in it, and it's so beautiful to see and hear. As much as they like to clap, and some people clap on 1 and 3. I'm a 2 and 4 guy from my soul, but however you feel it, get into it, give it to me, because I need it. If you give it to me, I promise we'll give it right back to you and have a great time. Your smiles, it means a lot. Everybody's not an extrovert, so some people are not going to stand up and really go in. That's cool. Oh, I just thought of another one for the other list that you might want to consider. Sitting with your arms crossed, it looks like you don't want to be there, or you're upset about being there. Maybe that's true. Maybe somebody made you come to the show and you're not really a fan, but it's 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 not giving me what I need to give back to you. Does that make sense? I hope so. Okay. Here's something I love, and I hope you all will continue to do that for me. Come up and introduce yourself before the show or after the show. I think that is so beautiful. Gentleman came up to me yesterday. I was walking into the venue. Where was I yesterday? In Richmond, Virginia. And he said, I'm one of your followers. I was like, that is so cool that you would spend a moment of your life watching this video to see whatever it is I have to say today. I think that is so cool. And of course, I'll take a picture with you if I'm not running for sound check or something like that, of course. And I want to hear. I met a lady her name is Susan, and her dog's name is Domino. And I'm trying to remember what city we were in. Plymouth, Massachusetts, I believe. And she came up to me and told me she was one of my followers. I just think that's cool, you guys. And I really, really, genuinely appreciate it. So don't hesitate to do that. If you see me making a beeline, I might really need to get into the venue for something. But I really am enjoying meeting you guys face to face. Just lost an earbud. And so I hope to meet more of you. And last on my lovely list of things we definitely love seeing from the stage, just stand up and wave your hands in the air like you just don't care. That means you're having a really good time. And that's why we're here. We're here to have a good time on stage. The band I'm working with now, Lyle Lovett's band, it's an incredible band. And it's an incredible group of human beings. So we're coming out every night to have fun. So you'll have fun. And when you have fun, we have more fun. And back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So by the time the evening is over, everybody is just, their spirit is full. And now you can go back to the rest of your life with a little encouragement. Okay, so that's just my take on a couple things. Nothing written in stone. If you really need to have the conversation from your seat, go for it and see how that works for you. But just wanted to check in and say I really appreciate you guys. I'm having a great time on this tour, and hopefully you are too, and I hope to see more of you soon. All right.